Alright guys, we're going to be doing a side-by-side comparison, walk around of the old Pit Boss versus the new Pit Boss Lexington Onyx edition. We'll compare the features, startup times, and just talk about in general what I like and what I don't like and what the difference is, alright? Okay, let me pull the camera off the tripod and let's do a walk around. Alright guys, here's the old Pit Boss Lexington I've had for over a couple years now. What a beast this thing has become. The insides, we got the grates. Let's get my... We still got the same grates. We still got 17.5 inches this way, cooking surface. Oh, let's go with about 20 inches that way. Alright, we'll go check this one out. This one's a little shiny and new. 17.5 this way. 19.5 that way. That's still the same. Same amount of cooking surfaces. And we got the sear plate. And there, they both have the slider. That has not changed. This one has a cocking, heat resistant cocking in there. I don't remember that one does or not. We'll check that out. We got the nice clean temperature probe. Alright. In the firebox, we got this little smaller area here because they added room for your temperature gauge. So you lost a little bit of there. So this is kind of tight. You know, so other than that, that's the same. Alright, this has got the hooks for your tools. And a fancy dancy control knob. Alright, it comes with a beer bottle opener. This one I've added the, yeah, I haven't cut that off yet. It doesn't need to be that long. That moves the sear plate. Alright. You can tell this one's been used quite a bit. It's all dirty. We still got the same thing. And this one does not have the silicone heat resistant cocking in here. I don't know what the purpose of that was. This has got the old controller. Doesn't have the P setting. Just changes from Fahrenheit to centimeters. So Celsius, I should say. There is no beer opener. No tool rack. Inside, I took the guard off. I still got to plug these holes up though, folks. We got more room in here, but nowhere to store a temperature gauge. I just set my temperature gauge in here. Both of them have 2 ports. It only comes with 1. Oh well, but I got a couple hanging here. We'll throw one of these on. We'll compare them. These I bought off Amazon. Pit Boss, if you're watching, you know, throw in an extra temperature gauge. They're cheap. Alright, got that untangled. Alright. Let's do a walk around the back front of the new one. Apparently I couldn't find much information on this, but I assume this is where you can modify a table if you want to put a shelf on here. They both got the grease buckets for my last cook, my chuck roast. They got the vents in the back. Pretty little emblem there. Still got the shelving. They still got the same dumper. Alright. Other than that, it's got a cool paint scheme. I'm digging the Pit Boss logo. They took off the door temperature gauge. I don't know why, but I like mine. You know, kind of gives you an idea what's going on in cold weather for me. Out there in my backyard at 20 below. You know, this thing will tell you what the temperature is and you're at a grate level. This thing will tell you what the temperature is on the bottom grate level. My idea. Both got the same plastic wheels. Shelves are the same. Other than that, there ain't much difference other than the controllers, and you get a beer bottle opener. Alright, let's see if we can fire this one up. We'll check the timing. Let's open all these lids. See see if I can get these started fast enough. See who starts up the quickest. I got them both hooked up to a extension cord. Yes, you can run them off extension cord. Just got the P setting. I don't know where he changes to Celsius. I haven't read up on that. So, alright. Start up. That one starts right up. Start up. And you turn this to smoke. I'll put my camera back on the tripod and we'll see how long it takes in real time. Let's watch the viewer at the bottom of the play. We'll see how many in real time, how many minutes it takes for both to start smoking. Both using lumberjack pellets. I see a little smoke coming out of the new Onyx edition. It's starting to smoke pretty good. Now that one don't have a startup for smoke setting on the NX. It just starts up on whatever temperature you're running it at. Let's go up closer, folks. Turn this down. It's on P4. I don't even mess with that till winter time. P4 seems to be a good setting. It's already got smoke coming out. So it seems the startup's a little quicker. Starting to see a little smoke coming out of this one. That one's slowly starting to smoke. Now we can go back and see the timer down here on the video. Probably within a couple of minutes, this one's already, like I say, this one don't have a smoke setting. You just got to turn it down to 180. Where this one's got the smoke boost, where you start it up in the smoke. Alright, that one's just about done. This one's going pretty good. But I did notice in this one that the auger does go a little faster on startups than this one does. But this one is getting old though, folks. It's got hundreds and hundreds of cooks on it. But I thought I'd just compare the two together. See, this one here is ready to go. We can shut the lid. This is showing 69 degrees outside. That's at 115. That one's smoking pretty good. This one's showing 70 degrees outside here in northwest Wisconsin. About 8 o'clock in the morning. So this has got a little slower startup. both fire pots were clean. So we started up with fresh fire pots. Alright. That one's ready to go. We'll shut that lid. And we'll see how long it takes to get up to temp. That one's already at 90. We'll wait till they hit 180 on both of them. And then we'll crank them up. We'll be right back, folks. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just leave it run live. We'll see. See if the video gets too long. I don't know. I'm here to show you guys how these work, not how long my video is going to be. I think it's important that we know, hey, my grease bucket fell off. Oh. There you go. That grease bucket's been through a lot of winters, folks. I've had skunks come out here and start drinking out of that thing. I've been doing battle with skunks here, folks. Skunk 3, Big Scotty 0. That's at 175 here, folks. I am impressed by how fast it starts up. Of course, it is new though. Remember, this one's 2 years old with hundreds of cooks. I was climbing fast though, folks. Other than that, I don't use shelves on any of my pits. I got the smoke fire back there. I don't use no shelf. All my master builds, no shelf. I just got a little plastic table I bring out. So having a shelf ain't a big deal for me. I just put my little plastic table in front of here, put my food on, and away I go. I'm pretty easy to please, barbecue wise. I'm running this on a 100-foot extension cord, folks. So if you're wondering if you can run your pit boss off 100 foot, you can. That's a small cord. I think it's a 12 gauge. Alright. I don't want to turn this one up too high because I haven't cleaned it after a few cooks and I don't want a big grease fire going on. And I'll show you the difference in the temperature thing. Alright, we're at 180. That one's overshot. It ain't really overshot, it's on a smoke thing, so it'll vary 180 to 190. This one's at 183. Alright, we're gonna see, this goes up. I'm gonna see if I can get in close. We're gonna go up to 250. Then it goes from 250 to 300. So we're gonna go to 300. And the reason I like this PIP controller is you dial it in at 5-degree increments. It's got your temperature up there. You push it, turn it to 300, push it again, and it locks it in. There's a little dial here that tells you that it's heating up. Alright. Now I noticed the P thing has disappeared. You don't see the P4 anymore. That P4 is your P setting. We'll talk about that too. But that only comes on when you have it down on the 180. Alright. Then you can change your P setting. If it's on any other temperature, your P setting won't change. You gotta set your P setting, I think, before you go up to temp. So right now, it ain't gonna work. Okay? We'll come back later and talk about that after we get up to temp. Alright, let me turn the camera off and I'll bring you back. We'll get up to 300. This might take a while. I'll let you know who finished first. This one's already at 230. That one's already at 186. So this one's climbing fast, folks. Be right back. Alright, folks. While them things are heating up, I'll show you the Auger cycle P setting. P4 seems to be the recommended way you leave it at, for if you don't want to mess with any of the stuff. This is for your outdoor temperature. If it's cold outside, you know, you could increase it or decrease it. Depends on the temperature to feed the Peloton a little faster to recover your heat a little quicker. You want to read this. I'm not going to read that whole thing to you, but if you want to read this, I'll put it right here. We'll kind of glance over it. I know in America we don't always read instructions, but the big guy here likes to. Important, do not push the P-set button too hard, it may cause damage. Only a light push is needed. The P setting value P4 on this setting, such as startup cycle, the grill will feed pellets in 18 seconds and pause for 115 seconds. In most instances, you will want to keep the P setting on default. So if you don't want to mess with it, just leave it on P4. They work fine just on P4. Raising the P setting to P5, P6, and P7 increases the pause time between each time the pellets feed in the burn pot. The higher the P setting is used, warmer or hot environment. See, warmer or a hot environment. You want a hot smoke, but ambiguous ambient outdoor temperature would amplify the cook temperature inside the grill. Monitor your pot closely, and raising the P setting too high or too quickly may cause the fire to die out completely. That's what I say. You don't really want to mess with that P setting unless you're really smoking in, like where I live, it gets super cold. And you got to open that lid and shut it. It'll help recover the heat faster and maintain the temperature a little better. So if you're not sure about the P setting, just leave it on P4. Don't mess with that. Alright, I'll throw up a few graphs so you'll see what the P setting is. Alright, I hope this helps you. This is on page 12 of the owner's manual. English. See, it has to do with the outdoor temperature mainly. It does add a little extra smoke flavor, but not a lot. This is a pellet grill, folks. You're not going to get a lot of extra smoke flavor out of a pellet. Use a smoke tube with hickory chip or hickory sawdust if you want the most flavor. Alright, now we'll come back to when these are almost at 300. One's at 285. Oh, that blew me in. I'm way back here, folks. And 285. And this one, where are you? At 248. So this one's just a little bit behind. Remember that one? That one there is old and trusty. It's been through the mill and back. 30 below zero, and that thing fires right up. This one, time will tell how that new controller is going to operate at 30 below. All those digitals, they might have a hard time coming on, so that could be a factor in cold weather. I know my Masterbuilt 560 with that electric control panel, I have to heat that up with a hairdryer in order to get that to work in cold weather. This baby here, if you live in a cold weather environment, folks, and you want it to grill all year, get the Pit Boss Lexington. If you want to use that in the cold weather, I suggest be careful. Maybe hit that with a hairdryer, warm it up a little bit, because I don't think that electronics is going to work too good. Alright, let's get up. Big Scotty's getting old. We're at 285. We got some smoke coming out pretty good. We're at 260. We got a little smoke coming out. Oh, that smoke or that grease burning off? That's smoke, folks. That's pretty clean. So this does tend to put out a little more smoke at the 285 mark. We'll see what this does at the 285 mark, folks. Check the pellets are good. Alright, we'll be right back, folks. Alright, folks, this one just hit 300. It took about, I'd say 20 minutes for that to go up from 180 to 300. The old gal here, remember she's old and slow. She almost caught up with the new guy, 286, climbing still. Not too much of a difference. I'd say another 10 minutes, she'll probably be up there. So 20 minutes versus 30 minutes. Remember, this one is old. So the auger probably be a little slower these days. Other than that, let's do the shutdown cycle. See how fast they shut down. Whoop. Whoop, shut down, there we go. And this one you hold the button for 3 seconds. There we go. Now watch the timer down there. And we'll see how long it takes. Oh yeah, I got some of the best viewers out there. I want to congratulate Judge Wepner on his retirement from the Air Force. Sent me this cool little coffee mug. I appreciate it, Jeff. Jeff watches all the videos, all the live streams of all us YouTubers. Great support, Jeff. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. This thing smokes though. It's smoking. The little gal ain't smoking as much as this one. We're using the same lumberjack pellet. Alrighty. They're both humming along. Even in the shutdown mode, she's smoking. When they're done shutting down, we'll open them up. Check out the fire pots. And we shouldn't go real time, folks. It's going to take about 15 minutes. That video will get pretty long. I'll come back when they shut down. I'll let you know who shut down first. Alright guys, the new gal shut down first. Of course, she is new. This one's still shutting down. I was hoping for a better start up and shut down in the old gal, but she is old. She's getting worn out. I may do another startup, give the old gal a second shot. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So far that's got quicker startup, quicker shutdown, quicker rise to temperature. Of course it is new, but it's all new technology though, folks. The auger seems to run a little faster when I was watching it. This thing here's been through some brutal winters, folks. Sits outside all winter. It's a long shutdown, folks. Maybe after she warmed up a little bit. I haven't used it in a while. I've been using this one. She's all loosened up now, ready to go. Let's give the old gal one more shot, folks. What do you say? Come on, it's only time. Now we shut them off within a second of each other. We'll give them both a deep cleaning and fire them up again and see what happens. I'll try to edit this down a little bit so it's not quite as long, but it's good to get all the information in. Sometimes your videos will run long. So. I just want to give my viewers all the information I can. And at the end of the video, I'll give you my final thoughts. The lid temperature is still over 150 though. 170 degrees still inside that cooker. So maybe it's holding heat a little better. I don't know, folks. Maybe Pit Boss decided it didn't need a 20-minute shutdown and they set the timer for a little different. We'll let some of that heat out. Take this probe out of there. I'll go get some gloves and we'll take this one apart. Alright folks, we'll be right back. This thing's still going, folks. Still at this shutdown. I ain't gonna wait all day for her. Be right back. Alright guys, this thing finally shut down about 3 minutes after I closed out the last segment. There's the fire pot. Got a couple of drop pellets down in there. Other than that, just normal looking fire pot. Let's go check out this guy over here. As you can see, it's about the same, other than there's not a few pellets in there, didn't drop in. The ashes are about the same. Alright, I'm going to turn on my shop vac. I'm going to clean these up good. We'll be right back with a brand new startup. Give the old gal a second shot. What do you say, folks? Alright, folks, they're all cleaned out. I did notice one thing on my old Lexington is look at that glow plug, how far that's sticking out. Now look at old gal over here. I have no glow plug sticking out. So I'm going to take this apart and see what's going on in there. That could be explained why it's a slower startup, folks. Okay, I'll be right back. Now that might have wiggled in when I was moving it around. Maybe it vibrated back in. It was sticking out last time. Alright, be right back. There it is, folks. This screw here holds that igniter in tight so it don't move. This screw come loose, allowing the igniter to move back. I move this grill around a lot, so it's a lot of vibration. So keep that in mind if you own this grill and you should move it around a lot. Keep an eye on that glow plug. Make sure it's not moving. This is loose. I will adjust it and we'll be right back, folks. Thought I'd bring you in and show you what I found. Alright guys, I got it in. Hope you can see that okay. I got it adjusted about the same way. I want this to be a fair comparison, folks. I want to be that. That one and that one's pretty close to the same. Now what I had to do, folks, you gotta go underneath. Alright guys, I got it all back together. Boy, that was a chore. Hey, leave a comment down below if you want to see me do a video on how to change a glow plug or igniter in a Pit Boss Lexington. Now that I know what to do and what not to do, I could make a great video. Since I'm not on Pit Boss's payroll, I can be brutally honest. Alright, we're going to start these two back up again. Alright. Okay, got both down on 180. Now, I know we're going to go real time, but this video could be long, but I want to do a very fair comparison. So you guys know which pit to go buy. If you're looking for speed or agility, whatever that means, or whatever. While them are heating up, I'll show you something. And these opinions are only my honest opinions, my personal opinions. So that digital temperature gauge, I don't see that working at 20 below zero like my Masterbuilt 560. I use either a hairdryer or one of these little window defrosters for a car that you buy at Walmart for like 12 bucks. You plug it into an adapter, it's sticky back, you can stick it on a table. On my Pit Boss, I put it underneath and it blows just warm air, not hot air, so it ain't gonna hurt nothing. So get this at Walmart for like 12 bucks. Alright. Okay, real time, folks. Scotty's hot. It's about 90 degrees out here. I've been laying on a damn ground, putting that igniter in. It wasn't a fun experience. I'm gonna go inside, get a cold beer, come back out. I'll let this run real time. Sorry if this video is long, folks. Just trying to make an honest comparison. There we go. They're both at 85 right now, folks. even though this is a twist off. Alright, got he's sitting down. Enjoy the video, folks. I see some smoke coming out of the new Lexington now. We got smoke coming out of the old Lexington too, folks. That's what I wanted to do, folks. Fair comparison. The way it was before, it was not fair. Now most YouTubers probably would have just edited that first one out, not even shown you the problem. But I wanted to show you guys all this stuff. Equal times, they're both on 85 still. Oh yeah, I made a mistake on the pellets. I forgot the Lexington on the right there, the Onyx edition, is using lumberjack, and the one on the left is using pit boss. I forgot I changed that over to pit boss last week. I was wondering if you're wondering why one's smokier more than the other. I think that's because it's lumberjack. Look at that smoke, folks. Both smoking good, both smoking at the same time. I'm sure glad I showed you guys the problem. We get a good, fair comparison. As you can see, folks, both of them started up at the same time, both petered out at the same time. That one's at 95, 100 now. This one's at 93 and climbing fast. So they're pretty even. They're even that way. For temperature, this one's dragging behind just a little bit, probably because it's a little older. You got different pellets, maybe. Alright. Alright, guys, that's the end of this video. If you have any questions, comment down below. I will answer all your questions the best as I can. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll try to edit this video down so it ain't quite so long. Catch you on the next one, folks. Peace out.